Hey guys, I'm going to be making different kinds of masks. I'm going to be experimenting with, I'm going to use some felt, and I'm going to use this, it's like fleece that I used before that I was making dolls out of. I'm going to use that. If you watched my other video where I turned a ski mask into a mask, I'm going to be making masks. I'm going to make some with crochet. I have some elastic here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use these rubber bands. I'm going to crochet around them and use them so I can stretch it. So I think that will be the first one I make, because I could sew, I can make one with this piece of rubber that I mean this piece of elastic that I have. I'm going to make one with that. The first one I'm going to make with this, and it's going to be a crochet mask. Something different and strange, just like me. Okay, I'm going to be taking this piece of felt and I'm going to cut it in half. And first I'm going to clean off my table. I'm just putting all these things there. And I'm also going to make, put this inside so I can put this around my nose to seal it like a regular mask. But I'll still be able to wash it and reuse it. So, here we go. See how that stretches? So this was a material that I had that I made dolls with. I'm going to cut it even. So this is really just to go here. You know what? I think I'm going to put it this way, because my nose and my mouth will be here. And this part will be scrunched up around my face. So I'm going to cut this square. Fold it. Cut off the round edges. It's not going to be perfectly square, but square enough. See? I already stretched it out, so make sure I can get it. I hate I stretched it out now. But I'm gonna sew it here. Hopefully I can scrunch it back together. If I just stretch it this way. Yeah. It may be a little too long. Yeah. I'm going to cut off the little extra piece at the bottom. Okay, and this piece of wire is going to go, I'm going to sew this, I'm going to loop it in. This is a handle tie. And I'm going to cut it the length, make a little, you know, it's going to be a little extra on the ends right here. Or I could, so I can make two, cut it in half and just use that much. That's what I'll do. Then I'm going to put it here, top, and I'm going to loop that in. I'm going to use this wider end here. I'm just going to use regular thread. Oh no, I'm going to use my thick wire thread, the one I used before. Make sure you watch that video. I know it's a long video. You can skip ahead and see the finished product if you like. I'm going to use the same needle. Pretty easy to thread. It's already threaded on my last time. Okay guys, so I'm going to take this, put this wire here, and just sew it in. This is the part that, you know what, you want it to bend over your nose, but you want it just like a regular mask. You want to put it down just a little farther, you know, like this. It has it on the outside right here. Mine's going to be on the inside. So I need to put it down just a little further to pull it down on my nose. And I'm going to sew this in. I'm going to use yarn to start. This will be a felt crochet mask, and I'm going to leave both sides open in case you want to put a filter or something in here. You can put it on either side, but everything else is going to get sewn down. I'm going to make little puckers here like a S, so it can be gathered up like this. And I've doubled some yarn. I'm going to have to start over because I didn't make it very long. and pull this through. Hopefully I can get it through. Here we go. This is so I can crochet the other yarn on. That's one pucker, and I'm gonna skip, then make another pucker like this. I put the tip of my thumb here and bend it, put a piece of thread in the middle, and then go under to make the pucker so that it can fit around the face. You may have to loosen it to pull it through because it's kind of thick, but you can use a thinner yarn. Like I said, I'm going to crochet on this and then loop. Make your S. And then you can count them off to make sure you do the same amount on the other side, so it will look uniform. Look at that. Then go in and another loop. We're going to do one more loop after this one. In and one more right at the edge there. See? Oh, what you can see, the S loop. So you may have to loosen it a little to get it through the felt. Don't put it too far on the edge because you don't want it to rip, because it is felt. It's not very strong material that it can't be torn. You pull too hard. There you go. See? And this is the part your nose goes around your nose. See? Nice. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can tighten it, you know, as tight as you want it to be. You know, I was thinking if I use the rubber, I could tighten it like this. I might change this up. And then I can just put the one piece of rubber here. And then do the same to the other side. That may work. Yes, that will work. I think I'm going to do that. But as you can see, this yarn will keep it tighter than using thread. Okay. And then I'm going to cut off just enough to tie the knot. Tie about 2 knots. See, I'm always doing something and I plan it out one way. You know, plans don't always go the way you want them to go. This year there were a lot of weddings that didn't happen because of the virus. There was a lot of things that didn't happen. A lot of programs people planned, activities that didn't happen. But sometimes, you know, you have to compromise and do what's best. And that's just what I did. And I think that will work. Okay, one end done. And then we're going to work on the other end. And I'm going to just sew this with thread at the bottom, since I'm doing the yarn on the sides. And then I'm going to do the elastic band. Hey, see, sometimes you just change up when you do things, okay? And now I'm just going to do the other side. I'm not going to do the other side on video because you already see how I did this side. I'm going to do the other side the exact same way. Before tying off the other side, make sure you measure it so they're the same size on both sides. So you have enough slack to pull it out or tighten it. So this is about this long. You want this one to be the same. So you just pull the string and tighten it up. There you are, they're the same. And now you tie it off. And now I'm going to sew the bottom part in, and then we're going to sew on the elastic. First, whatever elastic you have, I know you might not have something this wide. I think this came off a bag or something that I had, and I just saved it. I cut it off. It was the bag that I threw away, and I cut this off and kept it. Oh, where's this? Oh, I think it was a pair. It was something. I have no idea what it was. A bag or something. So I was like, I can use this elastic in the future, and now I need it. So I'm going to measure it around my head. I don't want it to be too tight or too loose. Let's see if I can take this off, because I don't want to lose any of the elastic. I'm going to use all I can, so I can make more things with it. One man's junk is another person's treasure, as they say. And this right here is a treasure. Because really, with everybody making masks, it is really hard to find elastic. I went to a couple of dollar stores, and they didn't have any, okay? Because everybody had the same idea to make their own mask. So I was so glad that I kept this piece here, you know, and I was able to use it. Okay, that's sewn together pretty good there. There we go. Okay, and I don't want to skimp on any of it. I want to use all of it. There we are. I may be able to use this again, so. You know what? It kind of gave me an idea, guys. Maybe I can use this on this mask and sew this down. And I can tighten it up or loosen it up. I wonder. Give me a moment. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm still going to use the elastic that I have. But ideas change when you know, and I was thinking, I was like, I can use this to adjust the band, because just in case this elastic gets loose or starts to tatter, but you know, I still can use this mask without changing the elastic, because I don't know when I'm going to find elastic again for a while, because I know people will be using masks for a while. I'm going to sew this on like I sewed this. I'm just going to grab it at the edges and sew it down. But right now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put, let me see which side. Which side do I want to tighten it on? My left side. I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to sew this to the end. That way, I can take this elastic. Let me show you. I'm just going to do this one. I'm going to put it under here. Oops. And here, and I'll always be able to adjust it. See? Once I sew this down, I'll be able to adjust it, and look at that. So it doesn't be too tight or too loose. And what I can do is I can loop this part, you know, and I can tighten it up. Great idea, right? Okay, I'm going to sew this on. I'm going to sew this on with just regular needle and thread. You know what? I probably could use the yarn. Let me see. it's still threaded, so I'll just use that since I already have it at my disposal. Okay, with this thread I did double loop it so I don't have to keep rethreading it, because I know that's irritating. It really doesn't bother me to rethread it, but I know watching me rethread it every few minutes is irritating, so I'm not going to do that. So I decided to just double it. Oh, see, unraveling. Starts to unravel, just cut that off and end it there. Okay. Okay. See, that's where I cut it from. It's gonna be okay. I'm trying to think, should I just start there and do it here? Nah, I need that extra space. I got a big water head, so I'm gonna do just a slight bend here, and I'm going to sew this to this using a looping. I'm gonna loop it. It's amazing what you can do if you can sew, even without a sewing machine. Even though I would like to have a sewing machine in my truck. I got a loop. I hate it when I get loops. It's a knot somewhere. There we are. Gone. Okay. And I'm just gonna continue to sew in a loop, making sure to make it as uniform as possible. You know what, that's kind of hard to go through here. I don't know why. Okay, there we are. everything I do is not planned out, or I didn't do a plan for it. It's just in my head. So, you know, sometimes things change. Like men. Sometimes they can tell you, oh, I'm going to be with you forever and ever and ever. And then you see him with another girl. Then he was like, oh, sorry. Or don't even say they're sorry. They just keep walking like they don't know you. So, I changed my mind too. It's my prerogative. And it's anybody else's prerogative to change theirs. So, trial and error. That's what life is all about. Trial and error. It's about learning lessons. And life is lessons learned. And you just got to keep on, because, you know, this epidemic has changed a lot of lives. It's going to change America forever. Especially the way we approached it. I could talk about Ebola, but do anyone even remember? That is a very deadly disease, but that was handled the proper way. You know, like in Africa, they handled it themselves. Just to let everybody know, America had nothing to do with the fight of Ebola in Africa. Nothing. Regardless of what you watched on television, they handled it themselves. It's not exactly, it's a little neater, but not exactly perfect, but that's pretty good. Yeah, they handled it themselves without the help, any help other than buying the spray that they use and the spray guns and PPE that they got. They got some PPE from America, Europeans rather, and weed sprayers and stuff like that they use to spray the dead. You know, with an insecticide, something like that. So, other than that, the people from Africa, they handled it themselves, without any help from America. They came over after they got it under control, you know, for media. And people in America are like, oh, they went over there and helped you guys. No, they did not. They did it themselves. Okay? Even in Lagos. It happened in Lagos. And the nurse, even though she died, the nurse and the doctors, they did it themselves. They had one case of Ebola and it killed about, I think, 5 or 6 people that were in the hospital, including a young pregnant nurse. It was sad, but that's a true story. But they handled it. They had one virologist with them, you know, that did help them. You know, some people, you know, it's not about, this is just about people helping each other and working together. He was a Caucasian man and he helped, and nobody was more than anyone else. Everybody was equal. And so I'm going to pull this through, and like I said, I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to sew in loops around here so it doesn't come undone. And look at this, guys. I'm just going to put it on before I sew that and just show you how it is. And I'm going to sew this bottom part. You don't really need to see me sew that, but I'm going to sew this around the bottom. Right now, I'm just going to put it on and show you guys what it looks like. Hey guys, okay, my mask is done. Because then I'm going to sew that bottom part in. Look at that. Oh, did I put it on upside down? No, it's right. And it goes on my nose, and see, I can bend this to shape around my nose to keep air from going in there. And I'm gonna put you know what, I think I'm gonna put a little pucker here. Yeah, so that can be like this and close off. Look at that, guys. And I can tighten it up. That's nice, right? Made it in my truck. Made it in my truck. Yeah, I'm gonna sew this up now. But there's my mask, guys. It's comfortable. It's not too tight. I can wash it, you know. Probably not in steaming hot water, but warm water and a lot of soap, and just let it hang dry. This is a very good mask. And this was a trial and error kind of thing, you know. And I can put it around my nose. Yes! I'm crazy about it. And like I said, I'm gonna get ready to sew this. And I'm gonna do a pucker here, so it'll be sealed underneath my neck like that. Yes. I can put it on like that. So I can tighten it when I want to. I'll just put it on like that, and see the little pucker I made? It closes up the bottom part. Yes. Yes, guys. Yes. And this little wire here, I can close it up around my nose. If you want, you can put your wire a little, you know, closer to the top, but right here is great because you can close, you want to close this part. You're not really worried about this part of your nose. This is the part you're worried about. So if you want, you can cut off the excess so you don't see it, which I'm probably going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do that and see what it looks like.